missing. But you know, I always pride myself on being one of, if not the best, Halo 1 player.
I was playing some of the CE myself the other day, and I'll be honest, it's quite hard. But you mentioned about being one of the better ones. I actually think we just borrow a second.
Talking about, of course, I'm like one of the best.
We actually,
Halo.
Dave sat here mentioning that he's one of the best Halo CE players of all time. Dave, can you just run that through me again and just kind of talk to me about it a little bit?
Zyos.
Dave, how you doing? It's been a long time. It's been about a decade.
Has been.
How you been, man?
Doing all right.
Good, good, good.
Seem to have just brushed things off and moved on. I still hold a grudge.
You still hold a grudge? Well, I've moved on, and I don't hold any grudges against you. So, always like you back
This one of your other mind tricks? I'm not falling for it, Zyos.
He was telling me how he's one of the better CE players back in the day and kind of, you know, 1v1s and stuff. Have you any kind of history or any thoughts on that?
No, Walshy he's an amazing player back in the day, and in fact, there was a point in time where I almost made it kind of like a policy to where the more you played against him, like the better he got. And there was almost a point in time where I kind of tried to lock him out of practicing one-on-one against him. Because I was almost like, you ever seen the movie Jaws, where one of the solutions they have to stop the shark is that you cut off its food supply. kind of the approach you had to take with Walshy, because he was so hard to beat in 1v1s. Even like the 2 1v1s I beat against him were just by 1 kill. Like, he could have easily won those. Jeez. So yeah, he was a really, really, really good player, and he could have easily won World Cyber Games 04 back then, very easily. So Nelson could have done that too, but
this is amazing for me because things like this is way before my time.
That's what I'm saying. I can't even appreciate the legend that you were in Halo. I missed out on a whole legacy here, and it's nice to have you on the desk.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Now you've got your own team and everything else seems to be going swell.
Yeah, I'm here to support Banter right now, and I've been really happy with the previous series that they just did. There was obviously a little bit of delay for things outside of our control, but you know, that was very, very solid when Booba Dooba went off with.
Oh yeah.
They may take the jetpack out of the game permanently. So I don't know what else to do about that, but yeah, I was very, very happy with that. And yeah, good.
Can you tell me a bit more about your role in Mantra? Like, is this, are you helping like coach and help direct them in a direction where it's like, here's what I would recommend to like be a more cohesive team and unit? Is it more just strictly business side, or how have you been helping the roster? Because I feel like you have so much to offer.
Right, well, I'm not coaching right now. I could take on that role for Halo CE if needed. Right now, I'm behind the scenes, and I'm a co-founder / co-owner of the organization. So I've been working with the main guy. His name is Stephen Crow, great guy. And we're trying to build Mantra from the ground up, and we're trying to take a different approach because there's a lot of old school talent, players that used to be really, really dominant back in the day, but just kind of, you know, as life progressed, they just moved on. And we're trying to get them all back together to really just kind of build a brand and just kind of rally them behind the current talent. And you know, it's been working so far. I've been very, very happy with how we've managed to progress Mantra up to this point.
You know, if you think about it, if you're trying to bring legends back into Halo, and we're going through the whole saga, we got CE coming out soon, we got Halo 2 Classic and Anniversary, Halo 3, this is the perfect time, right? Like you said, you might coach a Halo 1, like if we had some Halo 1 games, you might.
Exactly, well, yeah, right now, if you get your foot in the door, a lot of the big orgs kind of backed off midway through Halo 5's competitive scene. And we figured, like, you know, if we get our foot in the door right now, before they come back in, you know, build the relationships right now, let them know, hey, we're for real, this is what we can do for you. Yeah. We have an advantage once Infinite comes out, because we think Infinite is going to be a really, really big game. Yeah. So it's coming out on PC too, and they're not just launching it down as an Xbox launch title. They're going to release it PC too, so it's going to really grow the community a lot more than it would have been if it just been a launch-only title for the next Xbox.
Picked a great time to come back.
Yes, I agree. Thank you. Yeah. I'm super excited, stoked for it.
Can't wait.
It's just surreal.
Do you still feel like you're the best person on the desk here, or do you feel a bit?
Do we get a 1v1 at some point? Is that still possible? I want to see these guys play. I don't know about you, Simms.
Dave don't want to do it because he'll know he'll just get beaten out.
Oh yeah.
We
need an exhibition match. We gotta see what the chat
really
thinks about that. I think they want an exhibition. Because we're in the. I'm asking for too much. I know we're in the flight process of CE right now. So there's, you know, people tested it out there. It's out in the wild.
Yeah,
version.
Yeah, I got a beta test for it too. It's
there you go.
Yeah, so I've
pretty good so far.
Yeah, I've been enjoying playing it. It's if I had to guesstimate, probably about maybe in 2 to 3 months before it's ready to be released. It's they've released an update to it. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Since then, they fixed some of the bullet spread on it, but it's been playing very, very well. And you know, it's just when it releases, I think a lot of people are going to be exposed to it for the first time. I think they're really going to enjoy it because it's a different Halo than some of the subsequent Halos after that.
And it holds up.
Yeah, it holds up.
It really still holds up today, which is unbelievable to see. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Exciting times.
No, especially anytime you get a game that people are playing 10, 15, 20 years after it comes out. Like, those games are so few and far between, and to think that we got to start so early on in something like Halo C and have that be such a massive part of our lives and continue to be a part of our lives, we're incredibly fortunate.
People are going to hate me for this, but unfortunately I need to shut down this C talk. We've got to move on. I've been told that there's games to play in the background. I'm getting comments in my ear, so yeah, I think we need to move on. But thank you very much for joining us on the desk.
Absolutely, guys. Thanks for having me on.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Oh, look at that! Even the old handshake. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it, guys.
It's been
Nice
good.
meeting you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Enjoy. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Like, I mean,
more Halo now.
All right, now he's gone, though. I'm actually not sure if he could beat me in 1v1C, but not obviously, too.
I
like,
think it has
talking
to
about, like,
oh, now he
maybe someone could,
now that
could
he leaves
beat me
the
here in
desk.
Halo C, like Zyos, but what about Halo 2? No one can take me in Halo 2 here. Ogre
you know what?
2
Just
is
wait until
here
the
right now. I mean,
so
even in 1v1, I could try to take
you've
him in Halo
been
2.
talking crap about Halo C, and now you're talking smack about that you're best in Halo 2.
Halo
Change
2,
the
just
subject.
Halo 2 1v1.
1v1s?
Yeah.
All right, okay. You know what? Tashi? Okay. I'm going to hand these headphones over to somebody else, bring the cameras back to ourselves, and lo and behold.
Well, could you hear what was going on there earlier?
Cover it up.
Yeah, I was talking about Halo 2 1v1s, and I don't remember. Actually, I don't recall what we were talking about. We were talking about this upcoming match.
No, we were talking about
match.
Halo C 1v1s, and then we moved on to Halo 2 1v1s.
I heard Halo 2 1v1s, and then I saw your shirt, your jacket was kind of opening as if you were like Superman, and I was like, wait a second.
I don't recall that at all
I need
whatsoever.
to come regulate. Yeah, Halo 2 1v1s, that was my favorite, and I do remember you specifically were somebody I did not appreciate playing because, one, I couldn't get close to you. Your little claw technique that was absurd, so I just knew I had to stay away. But two, you were unpredictable, so I didn't want to play you, and I'm glad I didn't have to play you too often. But Halo 1 2v2s, that was my favorite. Sorry, Halo 2 1v1s, that was my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, there was that season there where I don't know how many events you won in a row, going into all the conferences, and like this is like 2006 area, and yeah, it was just terrifying. I want to say like 2005, 2006 area where it was just like Karma would place first in the free-for-all and then get host during most of the 1v1s, and then you were nearly impossible to beat off host, and then the fact that you had host and had a host shoddy to help take care of that close-range game, it was very terrifying.
Yes, thank you. I don't remember there being a shotgun. I don't even remember a host advantage, but
It's that far back.
if somebody felt that against me, then I'm glad that I could release that appreciation to you, so it's okay.
There'll be some OGs in the chat kind of like understanding now what's going on, but for those who don't, I think it's safe to always work back to the days of Final Boss, Carbon, Walshy, Karma, you know, like it's to think back how long ago it was, even for me as someone who was over in Europe, Friday night VOD, stealing my mum and dad's credit card, just trying to get money on there so I could actually watch it on 56 kbit dial-up. Like, there's so much history between the teams, so much history between you guys and how things are, and it's nice to see how people kind of come back within the scene. And same with Zyos and yourselves now, with Mantra, working on the back of the team and coming into it. Like, for you, how, not necessarily how does it make you feel as such, but how good is it to be able to come back to Halo in some sort of capacity?
Well, to answer your question, it does feel really good to come back to see what's happening here. I'm going to relate it back to you in a second because you made me a good thought, but I am here less to play, but more to help the team with Mantra specifically, with whatever it is that they need. It could be to get them water for them on stage, make sure they're not dehydrated, or even to have a good conversation with them to maybe even relieve some stress, some tension, so that they can have more free flowing play when they are playing. However it is I can help. It makes me feel fulfilled to be able to give that back to the community. Relating to what our history with Dave, I love how this game has evolved. His shirt, Final Boss, that wasn't just a name. They were literally the person, the team at the top that people strived to get to and beat. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. It seems like everyone is so passionate and everybody is so much effort is in this game that there is no one team that will win every time. So it's nice to actually see how different it has become now too.
Absolutely, yeah. It's you know, throughout these years, one thing I think you highlighted in there is just like that fulfillment or giving back. I mean, there's very few people that have gone through like a career like this and can truly speak to it, whether it's the stresses you might face as you're going through competition or through online, you know, chatter, just knowing how to play under that sort of pressure, just being able to, like, you know, speak to going through that firsthand, because, you know, with gaming, there's a lot of highs and there's obviously a lot of lows, and I think some of those things are really tough to find someone that can actually talk to and relate to about that. So to have someone like you on that roster to like help those players through it is going to be incredibly valuable.
Thank you. That was a very nice compliment. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, when you talk about helping mentor, do you ever feel like you kind of live vicariously through these players? Like when you watch these players grind and go through the struggles of improving in Halo, do you see yourself there? Do you remember what it was like?
I do, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I remember the confusion of what it was like too, exactly what he was talking about. Like there were times before I would play a 1v1 in which I would just throw up. I don't know why I was throwing up. I was just so nervous that I didn't know how to handle what it was that I was feeling. So yes, it's confusing, it's scary. You want to win. On top of that, you want the money. On top of that, you want the appreciation. You don't want to let your team down. All of that weighing down was intense, for the lack of a better way to put it. And yes, to live, to see this happening and to be able to help, if I can, somebody understand what they're going through, that makes me, that's an absolutely wonderful feeling.
That's admirable. That's incredible.
The thing for me, I mean, Dave with the brands and stuff, we all know what you did, Red Bull, moving out and kind of moving into that world. But I always think of you guys when I was a kid, watching you lot. You were like the Nade Shot and the Ninjas at the time. You know, that's kind of how I wear this up. You know, you were the brands, you were out there, you were seeing all the things, but you guys were on the MLG, you were at the top of the peak, and to sit at home, you know, Chris Puckett, another one who I will still always say that I want to work with him on a show at some point. It was cool as hell to be sat at home and watching you guys do what you do. And like, we could sit here talking about it all day long. I know we've got the rest of the show to do, but it's hard to put into perspective what Halo was and Halo 2 and Halo 3 back in the day. You know, it's all before its time. Halo came out way before its time was ready for it.
Rich, I don't know if it's the music, but you're getting me emotional. I don't know, man.
It's true. I mean, it's fun. I think we're in for a good one with him for now. I really do. I'm positive.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. Looks like it's going to be something wonderful that is happening, especially with a new one. It's going to be.
It is getting a bit with this music, isn't it?
It is. But I completely agree, and I said it in Atlanta last year. 2020 is the year of Halo. It's a new era, and we're here to shape that into a successful future for Halo esports. You guys in the chat as well. I know it's starting small. Just wait. We're going to be there. It's going to blow up. I'm going to be there. It's going to happen. All right? All right? You just keep telling yourself those things, and it's going to come true. Okay. We've got more games coming up as well. I know I'm distracting us from from what's on the block here. We've got 2 more teams matching up our next series. We're going to have to get into it.
Awesome.
Well, thank you guys for letting me be here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you all again, Dave.
Thanks so much.
Oh, it's always good to see you.
Nice meeting you.
Good meeting you.
All right, though, on the real, like, no one can touch me in Shadowrun 1 versus 1. So, that, like I said, Karma's pretty good at
We're not even in Halo
1 versus 1.
Killer Queen.
See, do you got Shen Panic Z out there somewhere or something like that? That's gonna just come up on the stage. What else you got up your sleeve, Slims?
Slims.
You've been working out?
I've been trying. It's just stress. It's having a child in a new house.
Now
I know the gym.
I know we've been having a wonderful conversation here. I was getting a little cheesy as well. It does look like we have a series layout on screen here. You can see King of the Hill, Nexus, Slayer, Zealot, Capture the Flag, Sanctuary, King of the Hill, Battle Canyon, and Slayer on Countdown. We still have a Halo series to play.